the cold, are we?
No.
Well, we stepped back in time again now.
It snowed this morning.
Yeah, a little bit snow. We had a snow slide. Yeah, the temperature has dramatically dropped.
Tony walked past.
Right, okay.
Oh, what's this?
Firstly, I want to apologise for how I was in the last video. I'll probably kind of cut out the middle part because, yeah.
Well, we were just very emotional. We're still emotional. We're still heartbroken.
Yes,
You know,
we
are.
ended the last video on a dog off the lead with a boat going by.
Yeah.
And it was his dog. Just like Ruby when that dog came on our boat. Remember that? And tried to attack one of our cats.
This dog was on its own on the towpath, and the guys cruising by casually stoned out of their face. Yeah, so really, that is irresponsible.
That is, I think that's more irresponsible than the lady that didn't put a dog on the lead or muzzle. Because it went to go up to Toby, but I think Toby scared it off because it was about the size of Toby.
Luckily.
I was about to go off and throw that thing in the canal. But then, a little bit later, a couple of women came along, don't they, Mum?
We were really so emotional. It was a Monday, the next day, it's so emotional after what happened.
The next day?
Was it?
Oh
was
yeah,
Monday?
from what happened, yeah.
Yeah, from what happened to Tabitha. It's the next day. These two ladies, we had the signs again at the back, at the front. These two ladies walked past, dogs off the leads, two dogs, walk past. They come back, the dog's still off the lead.
Little Jack Russell tries to attack Toby.
Yeah, and
I come along and I say, "Wait, F off, or you're going in the canal. Don't swear at him." I said, "Sorry, but my cat died yesterday thanks to a dog." And she said, "Well, that's no reason to swear at him, is it?" I'm swearing at a dog. He doesn't speak English. He doesn't understand.
Don't get irritated. And she said, "I didn't see the signs." No, of course not. So we're having a little bit we're having a little bit of a bitch today, I'm afraid. But you know,
from our perspective, it's our home and our cat's allowed to go out.
Yeah.
But from other people's perspective, we've turned up in their area that they've been walking for 8-10 years,
so,
and they don't think anything of it.
We haven't seen them since, those two ladies.
That's the problem, and it's a big, massive confliction.
We've got an update. Well, it's not really an update. Thank you. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for everybody for their support.
Yeah, it's been lovely.
And all the messages on Facebook.
It's kept us going, hasn't it?
It's kept me going, and it's kept us all going. And it's taken me last few days to answer everyone back, which I feel that I should. But thank you so much for everyone. The police. First of all, there's an article in the Stourbridge News about it.
Yeah. So
from a lady, lovely lady called Bev. She's done a report on it. So if you want to see that, you can go on there. It does say the police came there, but they didn't come there.
Not directly.
No, not directly. It took them till 5:30 the next day to come and see us, which they came and see us, which was, I'm sorry, don't mean to diss the police, but it was a complete waste of time.
I can't do anything
because they can't do anything.
Because the rule about dangerous dogs was made in the 1800s.
Yeah, and it's different if the dog attacked somebody, but well, he did. He went for Andy, but not. You can't see anything on his hand or anything like that.
No proof.
So no proof. So one of our patrons, Rebecca Danaher, thank you very much, Rebecca. Rebecca could have taken it forward with us for civil action, but
we're in the right mind.
No, we're very emotional about it, and I'm not going to unsee what I saw, and I'm never going to forget that.
But the police said it's a very weak court case anyway. These things.
And I don't want to relive it. It was so horrific, So we don't want to relive it. We rang the RSPCA. Waste of time that was as well.
They told us to ring the police.
They just put it on their records.
Yeah,
the dog warden hasn't even got back to us. Had the decency to get back to us. Andy's left messages after messages.
You can't here, for some reason I can't directly get in Devon, I can directly get in contact with the dog warden part. There's a list housing. You can ring the council, you go through housing, all these different options. But for some reason here in this area, I can't get through to the dog warden. So all I have to do is leave a message for the dog warden and hope they'll get back to me.
Which I'm sure, as we have found out, this dog has killed cats in the past.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they would have a record of that. But that doesn't seem to matter.
The CRT were really good. They got back to us like the following day. So I'm quite pleased with that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a lot that CRT can do about it. They get fed up with these situations as well. But they're ever so nice, and so it's a nuthatch. They're ever so nice, and they got back to us almost immediately. And we filled out an incident report form with them.
But,
so
we've heard a lot of dirt up on this person, haven't we?
Yeah, this lady.
That dog's attacked.
Yeah,
killed someone else's cat in
Oh,
Kindred.
and a little dog, I think it might have been.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but because all the you know, we're not dissing Kinver. Everybody in the surrounding area and everyone that lives in the village knows who these people are, and that they have been so nice. Everyone has been. I've had the odd comment on which I've kindly removed, that, you know, cats kill mice and all sorts of things like that, and, you know, they should be put on leads, etc, etc.
it's just splitting hairs. I mean, like I said to you, we could go on.
Can't keep going on.
Went out yesterday.
Oh.
We went out yesterday to move the car. Went down a closed road.
Yeah,
It says closed road.
But we thought we'd go and have a look
For to see if
we were
there's
trying
any.
to park there.
Yes, so you come
see if
into a
there-
traffic warden, didn't you?
No, it wasn't a traffic warden. I think she thought she was.
This woman
traffic.
stands up on our way.
She goes like
that.
this. No, you can't get through. Then comes after us, doesn't she?
And I said, I see what you mean now, trying to have a joke with her. And then
She said, "What did she?" It's obvious you
it's
can't
obvious,
go
isn't
down
it?
there.
You can't go down here.
She's really
And
nasty.
Mum tried to explain the situation. I said, that's a bit rude, isn't it? I'm sorry, but you're getting aggressive with you. Are you getting aggressive with me, are you?
Oh God.
And I said, no. And then Mum said that her cat was killed the other day. And I said, just forget about it, Mum. It's not worth the time. And I was screaming at her. I was saying, you
So-
bureaucratic bitch. What is it with these people? It's not her business that we're going down
You unfortunately,
closed road.
the world's full of busybodies
Made
like
Mum
that.
cry again.
So I was so emotional I started bloody crying again, not in front of her. So yeah, we've had a bit of a day. I think that's
I don't think
that's-
anything more could go wrong at the
No,
moment. So
I think
we're going
we've
to try and have
covered
a nice
about it.
cruise today.
No, we haven't covered it.
Apart from
Why wouldn't you
Apart-
mention that?
I'm just going to mention it. We're really grief-stricken, aren't we? And we were thinking about ages ago getting kittens anyway, but we've got a couple of lovely little kittens, and
The new crew members, haven't we?
yeah, new crew members. One called Ash, a little girl, and one called Herbie, a little boy.
They're crazy.
And they're absolutely crazy, and
Taking our mind off it. Yeah.
it's really taken our mind off it.
Because it's got all the vitamins and that.
So he's eating now.
What's going on here? The head's...
But yeah, Licorice doesn't like what's going on.
Licorice on guard.
Licorice doesn't know really if she likes it or not. She's just curious.
Very curious, just watching them.
She thinks, well, these are big mice. I might catch one of those in a minute. Don't touch her. She won't like being touched. Is that a back kick, Josh?
Oh, takedown.
Who took who down then?
The girl took the boy down.
Right, you ready to go?
Someone's under the fire, man.
What are you doing? I'm bloody exploring.
Just gone through the bloody iron.
Oh, what's that doing over there? Herbie! Clean its paw and then it's licking her. And he's licking her. Oh, that's lovely. He's half cleaned his paw, Andy, and then he's half cleaning her. Oh,
Leave me
get off me!
alone.
Get off me!
Just wanna
Oh, come on! I don't want to go to sleep yet. Don't
Kissy
want to go to
wissy.
sleep yet. I want to play. Love it. That's it. He's getting his eyes going. Yeah, that's it.
Put to Calypso.
Are you going to be on top?
Oh, fucking destroy you in a minute. The noise you made there made it hesitate. Oh, that's a nice, lovely, chunky bit of flesh.
Pat!
Clown. That was a clown face, wasn't it?
Yeah. Ooh, get off!
I hope people don't think we've forgotten Tabitha, because we haven't forgotten Tabitha. She's our beautiful girl.
Well, you were
she was
thinking
such
about...
a character. We miss her
Yeah.
like crazy because she's such a whingy, moany and vocal little girl.
Yeah, he's asleep with me every
The
night.
boat's very quiet at the moment without Tabitha. But you were thinking about, they were thinking about getting kittens anyway. They love cats. We all love cats. But Diane and Josh especially.
We didn't pay for them, did we?
No, we carry on, Ed.
It came to a head, all this, and I thought, wow, this is a perfect time to get them because it will take your mind off because Diane's getting these images all the time in her brain, over and over, replaying, and it's very difficult to get rid of that. So.
We have still got a very, very vocal cat at the moment called Toby.
Oh, hissing.
And he is hissing, he is growling, he is being very horrible, but that's no different because he was like it with Tabitha and Licorice. We have got to say a very, very, very big thank you to Dee Brandt.
Yeah, thank you.
So much Dee Brandt.
Because she has paid for the kittens.
Yeah, lovely lady.
And also Chris and Pauline from Bare Necessities.
They couldn't be more helpful.
They have given us money towards the kittens.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you guys so much.
We're going to see them later today, aren't we?
We're going to see Chris and Pauline later, so they can have a little cuddle from them.
It's like medicine with these two. These two were beside themselves. They didn't want to speak. They were crying. And as soon as they got these kittens, they still remember Tabitha, obviously, but the kittens are so joyful. It's just helped them. It's like medicine. You couldn't get medicine like that from the doctors.
Hopefully Josh will put a little video of them playing together and things like that on.
They're chickies, aren't they?
Let's get on with the cruise then, shall we?
Yeah.
So funny enough, I was about to fly my drone and I noticed the traffic had stopped on the A449 and there had been a crash. So I thought I'd go over and have a look. And obviously this van had pulled out on this car here at the junction without looking. But I looked it up and there was only minor injuries, so everyone was okay. This big building on the hill here is Wesley Court Apartments and also it's a care home. This is definitely one of the landmarks of the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal. All these beautiful sandstone cliffs and rock. And this is when it started snowing. This almost brings back memories of last year where it was really nice in March, April came and it started snowing. I wanted to film these old kilns here. This so happened to coincide with what looks to be an evaluator. It is Cookley Tunnel, the longest tunnel on the Staffs and Worcestershire Canal. Imagine having a house on top of it like that. Here's the old arm for the factory here, which now leads to nowhere. I believe this factory was once an old forge, but nowadays they make steel wheels. Even though me and Mum had previously walked along here yesterday, we forgot that there was a lock round the corner, and it really caught us off guard, and we had to reverse and do some manoeuvring to get back to the lock landing. Look at this gaping great big hole in the lock gate here. This is where the famous Sandstone cave is here on the lock. And this was once an overnight stables for the horses, but no one really knows how they got over the other side, because this is the offside of the canal, so it's not on the towpath side. And that bridge there was obviously not there originally. Right, so we're through Debdale Lock. It was funny because we came around the corner and then suddenly there was a lock there.
Yeah, I came round the bend and all I saw was the first bollard and then it was too late.
Yeah.
We were right on top of the lock.
So we had to do some manoeuvring to try and get back to the lock landing, which we did eventually.
See me anyway, Josh, because you're in front of me.
And the lock was against us, as usual. But it's funny because about 10 minutes later a boat came to come up, which was annoying.
Yeah, keep it down, not so fast.
But yeah, we had a blizzard on the 31st of March. It's almost like last year. March was really nice last year, and then April got really cold.
Snow?
But yeah, it's a lot colder than it was.
Snow, aren't we?
Suddenly you're in summer and then suddenly you're in winter again. Just had a guy come past us say, "Oh, you doing work for Thomas Shelby, are you?" Because Dad's watching season 5 of Peaky Blinders and they're on the Canal a lot, I think, on the Grand Union.
He is here, guys, he's here.
So he's been watching
Everyone
that.
told me to be quiet.
But yeah, so far so good. Just a bit cold at the moment. I've already got 3 gone. A couple more miles of meandering canal till we get to the lock in.
Yes, tight bends.
You see the thing come out of the mouth. Breath.
But me and Mum have got to go back down to Kidderminster after and get the car, which is about a mile and a half, I think, and then bring it back to the lock in. But I think we're going to put the fire on, because we've got firewood to use up, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got firework to use up. But we've
Firework.
Got a bit of, God, we've got a bit of coal still. We've got Pauline and Chris seeing us later. So
That's another boat job that I got to do.
Boat to be warm.
Take everything out of the fire, give it a good clean, and glue all the fire bricks.
The canal almost curls back on itself here thanks to this huge sandstone cliff, which obviously they'd have to try and go around, which causes quite a tight bend. It's a shame there isn't offside mooring here. This would make a really nice mooring. That's a Lee Lane, which is the lane we came down, which was closed. The only purpose of this road now is to serve access to this beautiful old wharf building here, which is now apartments. And that's where the road is crumbling into the canal. This was caused by a burst pipe main, on the 1st of March 2019. So, 3 years. This section of canal is like going through a jungle. It's so narrow as well, and it's almost like going down to Llangollen. But luckily, there was no other boats coming. Wouldn't this be a lovely house? All alone in your own little valley, and you've got your own private moorings. That's where I intended to park the car, which ironically also has a landslide. That's what you call a makeshift crouch cover.
We didn't get to do it.
No.
Josh's battery went out on his camera yesterday, so we didn't
Battery ran out.
We didn't get to do an outro, so this is our outro for yesterday.
Yeah.
We're on our own, as you can see.
Forgot to do it when Dad was still here.
Yeah, we forgot to do it. Not that anyone's going to be able to go, because this ain't out for 2 weeks, is it? But Andy left 5 o'clock this morning to go down to the storage unit in Bath to pick up the van
my leg.
to start his new job. So when he's got to the van, he's got to meet someone there. They've got to load the van, and then he's got to travel 2.5 hours down to Ivy Bridge.
Ooh.
So that's where his first that's where his first weekend is, Ivy Bridge.
Got a chip on my shoulder.
And it's at Ensley Garden Centre.
Yeah, he's going back to Devon, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going back down to Devon.
Which is weird.
Which is funny.
All places, all counties are going to work in.
Yeah.
Devon.
It works out quite well though, because he's got to go to the storage unit. Come on, you. This is Herbie. He's called Herbie because he looks just like our cat we had years ago, about 20 years ago, called Herbie, and he's very, very cute.
He's friendly.
And he's very friendly. His sister is called Ash.
She's in her bed at the moment.
She's in her bed playing, and she's
chasing her tail.
And because she looks like Ash, that's Josh's first thought as soon as he saw her. Yeah, so hopefully good luck to Andy, because he's on a bit stressed again, because a bit apprehensive. I think once he gets his first weekend out, he'll be okay.
Yeah, we came through what's it? I don't know what that lock was called, but it's near the lock-in. On the lock-in, the pub there. Of course, he said we talked to the guy there if we could park the car there. So
yeah, and he said it was okay. Oh, weird there it is. Really like the gates are like.
Well, the first gate
like a V, really, aren't they, Josh?
The first gate was terrible condition. 1996.
1996, and it was broken.
The gate panel was completely broken. Don't know how that happened, but it's.
So it took a lot longer to fill up, didn't it?
Yeah, but then like Mum says, the lower gates, because the road's been widened and extended, you can see underneath when you walk underneath. There's steps that used to go up, but you can't get through anymore because they've widened the road. But yeah, they have to sort of make the gates an L shape, but then they also go down like that. I felt like when I sat on it, I might break it.
The thing is, it's not.
You can't get any leverage.
Yeah, because usually, I don't know about you, but the gates are usually bum level. You can get your bum behind it and push it, but these are a lot lower, so you couldn't get behind it. Just introduce you to Ash. There she is. That's Ash.
I thought about naming her Ashby.
Because look, she's got like her fur just looks like you've thrown some ash over her.
It's almost blue, isn't it? Like a blue.
Well, this is what they call.
I've always known a blue cat, but
this is what they call
can't
grey.
afford a blue cat, can we?
Grey cat. Well, it's usually blue Persians you get. When my first ever cat was called Fluffy, and it was a cross tabby and blue Persian, so it was very pretty, just like you.
But moored here just below the lock in. Quite nice mooring. And yeah, it's probably the last nice mooring before we get to Kidderminster. So
we didn't want to go any further because we didn't want to be near. Like, to be perfectly honest, guys, this weekend, from today, the next 3 days, we're not even letting the cats out.
Even yesterday was bad. There was dogs
it's just
and stuff.
We're so upset and angry still at the moment, and then when you see people just walk past, look at the signs, and don't even put their dogs back on leads.
You get so worried.
You know,
it's going to happen again.
Yeah, we're getting very, very worried. You know,
we're always on edge.
Yeah, I don't want to be like that. We've done this for a stress-free life.
As you can see, my face.
Oh God!
Scratched a bit by licorice yesterday because
Toby had a go.
Toby was in this window here, and the kittens were here. Licorice tried to come around on the shelf here, and then because Toby was hissing and stuff, and then he swiped licorice as she went by, and she got pushed onto my face. And
yeah, so we just
want to calm down.
Yeah,
relax.
And have a stress-free life, hopefully.
This is the most stressed I've actually been, to be honest with you.
And me, I'm a very, very calm person. It takes me a hell of a lot to lose my temper, and since this is, you know, the thing is, what is so upsetting is the cats. It's such a wonderful life for them, you know. It is a wonderful life for them.
That is the number one worst thing about living on the canals. You don't have your own private garden.
Yeah.
So, there's 2 cats climbing up my leg. Hello.
But this, you know, this we can. I tell you what, this little one, we can never forget Tabitha because, yeah, he looks exactly like her. The same boots at the back.
He's got a little white tip on his tail.
Yeah, that's the only different thing. Another thing, we're trying to get our mechanic to see if he can do a better price on the turbo. Knowing our luck, just our luck, guys, it's a twin turbo, so it's more complicated, so it's more expensive.
So it's going to cost
well, it was 1,300 quid we were quoted, so he's going to try and do it for a bit cheaper if he can. We've been with him for 20 years, so fingers crossed he'll be able to do something.
Then we don't have to. Pauline and Chris came to see us.
Oh yeah, Pauline and Chris came to see us.
Which is nice. Nice talking to some people, wasn't it?
It's just nice to, you know, nice to give her a cuddle. You know, none of my friends and family are around here, so that we class all you as our friends and families now. You've all been so kind and so really nice. But I just had to watch. She didn't put Herbie in her pocket because she was wow in love with him, wasn't she?
You can see him fighting in the background.
Yeah. They're on Andy's bed now. I don't know if you can see them.
Yeah, we're going to stay here till Monday. And when Dad gets back on Monday, we're going to cruise down through Kidderminster and more in between Kidderminster and Stourport. There's a nice little nature reserve.
Get out. That was a little thump on the floor. So.
Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Please
Make sure you subscribe. No, half of you don't subscribe still.
They're climbing up my leg again.
So
look at their claws aren't that big yet. What the hell?
Half of you don't subscribe, so make sure you do. Just keep on supporting us like you are doing, guys. Thank you so much to everyone.
Bye.